enough coffee for the whole show, but that's okay. We're gonna make this work.
And no problem. No problem.
We're gonna make it work. All right. So let's get started. Welcome back, guys, to another week and another episode on Double Dose of Raw Talk podcast. I'm your host, Misty, and today, thank you. See, I'm laughing. Like this is already starting. Like, what did I get myself into? I don't know. But here we are today.
Yeah.
Comedian. I could go on here, but lately what I do is
keep going. We got enough time to record. No.
But what I like to do these days,
and I'm just enjoying and still figuring out life until I'm here, until the time to return home, and just doing what I love and showing love to others. I'm like a Sancocho, man. In Sancocho, that shit has so much stuff inside, and it tastes good altogether. So yes, I taste good. Not, but so it's like I'm just a big pot of everything, and I have many different layers to myself, and I'm still figuring out myself too. So, right, because you never stop learning and growing. Right now, I may think I have a grasp, but when I'm 60 or 70, hopefully I'm able to still be alive at that time. I may not like myself. I may not be able to walk, or something, or like I may have like grouchy. Maybe something happened in life, and I don't want to be around people. So I don't know. Maybe there's something new I'll learn about myself at that time. Hopefully not, but
hopefully not. Will the recipe change though of the Sancocho by that time? That's the question.
One. I might have high blood pressure. I might have put a lot of salt in my Sancocho, right? So now I'm like whitewash, right? I'm a white Cocho, you know what I'm saying? Like,
white Cocho.
I'm gentrified Sancocho now. I'm not the same. I'm taste different, but I'm still doing what I got to do.
Right. White Cocho. Listen, the way this episode is already going, I can taste it already. I like this recipe. It's already starting off great.
Crucify someone for being something, or trying to guide you, or they didn't have these things. Right. They didn't have no one telling them, hey, guess what? When you come from Puerto Rico at the age of 9, this is my mom at 9, that you can be a singer, you can be an artist, you can, or if you want to sew, you can make clothing. All her dream was like, go to school, try to make it to school, try to put food on the table now because she got pregnant at a young age, and figure out life. Like, that's it. That was it, and you can't crucify them for, to be something that they're to not, you could teach them, or if they, when they get older, they don't want to learn anymore. But by you just showing and being yourself, they learn from that. And they may have I'm not people who expect me, I guess, to always be be this funny person, stuff like that. There's different layers to me that I had to learn growing up, that I'm okay, that I love silence. I love being alone. I have quietness. I love listening to classical music too, and just zoning out and relaxing. So like people from the world don't see that, right? Because when I go outside into that world and I'm with my friends, they're getting one version of me, of that funny person. And I may get real, of course, because I'm not going to shy myself when times there's a moment to get real and speak your truth. But it's not like that all the time, right? You're not going to just meet a stranger, be funny, and be like, hey man, you depressed sometimes? Let's talk about that. Like, I'm just not gonna open that closet. Right. So, but your version of making it may not be Hollywood make it, and not be these other rich producers and things making it, or having agents or other friends that you see having all the success. That's their version. Yeah, but you made it. This is your version, and at the end of the day, you didn't sell your soul, and you're still happy, and you're healthy. You made it.
That's right. I have my own red carpet out here. I'm just saying. It goes real far down East Tremont.
There you go. And
I wanted to journal while I was on vacation. I really wanted to reflect. And I found that time just kept going. I was so with myself, listening to that ocean, listening to the wind, feeling those sun rays. I hope I'm not making nobody jealous right now, because I know it's cold in New York City. And,
I just muted this whole thing.
The whole thing, right? I'm sorry, but he's like, "That's it, I'm done. Show's over." But
epiphany moment, and you sharing and you're letting go. Maybe a butterfly shows up in the graves. So maybe they show up in your dream.
Yeah.
So there's many ways to get that answer back. And it's not always about them. It's about you doing it and letting go and sharing and getting it out.
Yes. So. Yes, absolutely.
And you may not get the response you want to if they're alive, and that's okay. And but you did this. You did that for you. You say, okay, I agreed to disagree. You shared your truth. I shared mine. Now let's move forward, because now I know exactly what I'm going to keep getting out of this relationship, and that's great. I'm no longer crucifying you.
And take that as your answer too. Be able to accept what you do get. Even you may want what you want, but then you also need to be able to accept what you're going to end up getting, and take that still as a win. Take it as a win, because you got something at the end of the day than living in that regret that could have, would have, should have myself, first and foremost. But second of all, also coming from parents who worked in factories and sewed, and my parents, I wrote about it recently, and I'm going to share what my overjoy is, but my parents worked in factories sewing, and one of the things
I need YouTube. I'm gonna give me the number, because I need YouTube lessons. I'm going to your house. Fuck that.
Did you not? Yes, you're invited. No worries. Sundays, Ecuadorian feast. They might do the caldo las verdes.
Yo, and I'm gonna bring some hats and like, yo, mommy, I'm trying to do this. I don't know. She speaks. I don't really speak Spanish to her, but I'm like, yo,
she understands.
She understands. Great, because I understand everything, but I can't really speak it. Right. I sound like a gringo. Yeah. So I'm gonna say, yo, necesito ayuda para ese fedora. Como dice, así, like so, and so that's what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna pick it up from her. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, this is amazing. But they used to actually, first of all, shout out to me for always volunteering my parents to do this. My mother was always volunteered to bake the cakes, because and again, I'm gonna mention what my overjoy is. Or like cook, the panini for the class. Definitely the cake for the bake sale. And I volunteered my parents several years to sew the costumes for Pan American Day. Oh. And mind you, this was aside from their 9 to 5, which was in factories. Okay. So I used to volunteer for them to do that, and they would do the work for us. And bien presentada. Like, my mom could do it. We have a sewing machine at home. My parents do this for a living. They know how to do this. No worries. And there's 2 of them, right? My mom and my dad. And my dad, shout out to my dad. Shout out to my dad and my mom. They